Jeep are going to have a $25,000 electric car you can buy in America. $25,000. Is it good? Well, if it's what I think it is, and I believe it is, then yeah, it's actually pretty good. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. Now, I'm not a big fan of Jeep at the moment. I used to be, back when EVs weren't a thing, 10 years ago. But I'm not a big fan of them at the moment because they haven't really taken electrification very seriously. Stellantis, they're kind of, they're the owners, of course, of the company now. And really, realistically, they've kind of driven Jeep into the ground, to be fair. But Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares has revealed plans to have a $25,000 Jeep EV in America. This model will come very soon, but no word on when this very soon is. Jeep wants to replicate the success of the Citroen EC3 with its affordable EV. Now, it's news to me that the Citroen EC3 has been so successful, but according to Stellantis, it has. Now, I believe that this $25,000 Jeep EV will be the Jeep Avenger, which is a pretty popular, quite small crossover that you can buy in Europe. After years of moving up market, well, apparently they have, Jeep finds itself at an uncomfortable crossroads as US sales have plummeted from 973,000 in 2018 to 600,000 last year. It's a pretty significant drop. That's a seismic shift, really, when you think about it, especially considering the continued popularity of crossovers and SUVs. Should have been a time where really Jeep was gaining market share, not losing it. The same things happened in Australia. Jeep used to be really popular here in Australia, but they've become kind of almost a dead brand here. And part of the reason is because warranty recalls have been enormous. There's been so many problems with these vehicles. It just seems like it's never ending. Part of the drop in sales can also be blamed on a lack of affordable vehicles. But Jeep has been working, they say, to fix that. It appears more effort is going on behind the scenes as Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares has revealed a $25,000 Jeep EV will be offered in America very soon. Tavares didn't say much about it though. He told CNBC that it's designed to mimic the success of the Citroen EC3. You probably never heard of that because it's actually not that successful of a car. Anyhow, that subcompact model starts at 23,000 euros, which is 25,000 US dollars in France, and it has an 83 kilowatt or 111 horsepower front electric motor and a 44 kilowatt hour battery pack that delivers a range of 200 miles or 199 miles or 320 kilometers. To be honest, I don't think that particular model with that range would sell all that well in America. I think they'd be better off putting a slightly bigger battery in it, giving it a bit more range. But that's just my opinion. Who knows? Speaking at an investor conference, Tavares talked up affordability and said, if you ask me what is an affordable EV, I would say 20,000 euros in Europe and 25,000 US dollars in America. So our job is to bring the safe, clean and affordable EV to the US at $25,000. We'll do it. Unfortunately, he didn't say when. No time frame yet, but Jeep are gearing up to introduce the Wagoneer S, which costs $72,000. It's going to follow, that's apparently coming out, it's just come out now in America. It's going to be followed up by the Recon later this year, which will offer removable doors and one-touch power top, as well as true trail-rated capability. Anyhow, the $25,000 EV, which, like I said, I believe is the Jeep Avenger, the front-wheel drive version. Apparently, there will also be an all-wheel drive version as well, will follow after that. Not much else is certain, though. Now, speaking of the Jeep Avenger, it is actually a kind of a cool-looking little car, and a lot of people have emailed me saying, I want to get one of those. Will Jeep sell them outside of Europe? And up until this point, the answer has always been no, but now I think they probably will. Now, guys, the Jeep Avenger has been tested by actually American critics, or American journalists, I should say. They're saying it's too small for America. And I don't actually agree with that, guys. Is it really too small? Do you need a vehicle that's a certain size for it to be legal on American roads? I don't think you do. You can ride a bicycle, and it's not really that small. Anyhow, how small actually is it? It's about 4.1 meters long. So that's 161 inches. Width, it's pretty narrow as well, 1,776, so about 1.8 meters wide. That's 70 inches wide. Height is 60 inches high. Wheelbase, 100.8, so 101 inches. Anyhow, in Europe, it starts at around 38,000 euros. A little bit pricey, but depends on, there's some places where you can get it cheaper than that, and it does qualify for some EV incentives. If Stellantis were to make this vehicle in America, then it would qualify, of course, for that $7,500 tax credit. So maybe if it started at around 30,000 US dollars, then it could potentially come down to $22,500 with that tax credit. Now, what does it have at the moment? It's got a single electric motor that's got 154 horsepower. That's 115 kilowatts. So the same motor as that Citroen vehicle that Stellantis were mentioning before. It does 0 to 60 miles an hour in 9 seconds. And the reason it's not too slow, even though it's got that one underpowered motor, is because it has 260 newton meters of torque. That's 192 pound-feet of torque. Not massive, but not bad. Now, the battery pack in Europe for around 37,000 euros is actually a 54 kilowatt hour battery, and that gives it 248 miles of range, which is 400 kilometers. So I think actually it's not bad. It's a great looking vehicle as well. I think a lot of Americans might think, yeah, you know what? I don't need a big SUV. This small one here, this looks cool. It actually does look cool. A lot of people have said it looks great. I think this would sell. Jeep need to make this in America. But unfortunately, if they do, it's still going to be a couple of years away, I think, anyway, because it takes a while to get production ramping, to start, to get things really happening. So if Stellantis are building this, so far we've heard nothing about where it will be built, what batteries it's going to use, which factory, etc. Where's the production line? So I think we might be a couple of years away from seeing this. Will it really be $25,000? Maybe after incentives. Maybe that's what he means. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.